Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Vistar CGI. So this is my new channel. Actually I already have a channel in Hindi language that is known as CG Vistar. This channel is mostly for the global audience. So today we will start with our first tutorial set, which is character modeling inside Maya, and inside the character modeling we will start with the head modeling first. So without any further delay, let's start with the tutorial. As you can see, I have already opened the reference on which we are going to do the modeling today. This is the head which I have taken from Google. You can just go to the Google search and type head reference for modeling. You will get n number of faces. You select the appropriate face and you can start the modeling. But I have taken the reference which is close to the perfection. I will also make a video how we can align the reference manually inside the Photoshop in the upcoming days. So when we talk about character modeling, the most important thing is the flow, the anatomical flow of the model. We cannot just go and just take a plane or a cube and start modeling the face. It will not make any sense. When you are modeling any organic things, flow is the important and anatomy is very important. So in a face, we have basically three major flows which we have to take into consideration while modeling the face. The most essential loop is the jawline loop, the mouth loop, which flows from this portion to this portion. I'm not that good at drawing, okay, so I'm just making you aware of the modeling flow which we are going to do. This is the anatomical flow. This is the first loop which we are going to achieve today, and this is also the same thing from the side view. Second important flow, the anatomical muscle, is the eye loop, which goes from this to this. This is a kind of socket which you can use for modeling. Same goes with this thing. I'm not going too deep into the anatomical structure because as the lecture will progress, I will break down this into the muscle wise group. So this is basically my jaw loop and this is my eye loop. And second most important is my side profile, which runs from this side. See, this is the loop and this is the loop. So this is the basically which we are going to do today. See, today we will just model a template. On that template, you can model n number of face. This will work as a base mesh for every character you make. Okay, so today's goal is to just make a template out of a cube. So just keep in mind, these are the three things which we take into consideration while modeling the face. So without further time, let's go to the Maya and start the modeling process. As you can see, we are already in the Maya. So let's start the modeling process. Now what I can do is I can just go to my orthographic view. I will press space bar, and from the space bar I can just shift to my orthographic view. Then I'll go to my front view. I'll go to view, image plane, import image, image plane, import image, and I already have a image set up over here. This thing I haven't set the project. You can set the project. Okay, then I will just click here and I will say open. As you can see, I have imported this image in the front view. So the first thing which you will gonna do is just go here and push the image back in the front view, and also I will take the help of my grid line. So I will place my face right in the center of the grid, which will help me while mirroring the other part. As you all know, we just model the half of a model and we just apply a mirror on it. So I will just take my face over here. Don't change the scale unless it is necessary. Then I will go to my side view. Same thing, go to view, image plane, import image. Again go to that directory and take the image and say import. Push it back. Now I have my image planes ready so that we can start with the modeling process. So now it is a good time to save the file. I will save the file, okay, in the same directory, and I will call this as face version 01. Now everybody has their own way of modeling the face. Some people start with the plane, some people start with the cube, and also some people start with the sphere. So what I found useful is I will take a cube. Okay, why cube, why box? Because I don't have the headache of finishing off the back of my head. Okay, so what we can do is we can just go to create polygon primitive and we'll take a cube. Also, one thing I would like to do before starting the modeling process is I will just lower down the intensity or the brightness of my image plane. It is very simple. You can just select the image plane, go to its attribute editor, and here we have something called as color gain. Just click on the color gain and make the value 0.5. Let us make it gray. So it will be a bit in gray mode because it will be very uneasy for me, quite difficult for me to work with this kind of exposure once I go to my wireframe mode. So it's better you can just dial down the brightness, the color gain. I'll go with 0.5 and then we'll start building the shape. How many segments we need for this kind of face? See, I told you we are going to do a template. So we can just go for 6, 4 and 3 as we are not going to do a heavy modeling. Template means we can just use this as a base mesh to create any kind of face. Male, female, fat face, perfect jawline face, anything. So I'll just go here. I will align it with the front dimensions of our face and then same thing with the side profile of our face. Then I don't need the half part, so I'm deleting it. Now I have this much. So how to start the face modeling? Like I said, we are aiming for this flow and this flow. So what we can do is we'll just tell the cube where exactly are my nose features. So go to the top view, select the vertices, go here and just tuck it in. Take your ridge as the example. So this will be my tip of my face from the side view. So this will be my extreme point from the side view. And again grab the another row, just the front ones, not the back ones. Don't go to front view and just select in this manner. It will be a wrong because you're selecting the back vertices also. I just need the front vertices. Then again take it where we will start the eye socket. Okay, so this is the structure which we need to do from the top view. Now go to the front view. Like I said, our face flows in this direction, in this flow. So I have seen many people, they do directly something like this. They do here something like this. No, we will keep anatomy as our first flow. So what we can do, we can just make them come down. Let's make this as our eyebrow and this as our forehead. So what we are doing is basically, see what we have this flow right in our hands. The first flow of the 3 major flows, we have done it already. See, now it's just a matter of aligning the other vertices. So what we can do is we will just go here and we'll start aligning the vertices. Don't make a mistake of bringing the vertices all over here. No, because her scalp is somewhat inside her hairs. Okay, I have seen people, they do it till here. It's just wrong. Don't do that. Just keep it something like this, because later on I will do a video on XGen, how we can create the hairstyles and everything. So it is essential we keep the flow with the scalp of her head. Don't go for too detailing because this is just a template. Okay, and also one more thing, this is your sternomastoid muscle which flows from this direction and it meets to this point, and then here we will start with our trapezius muscle. So already I have some flow here for that muscle, and also I have my side profile line. See, like this. Okay, I'm not going into the front view till now. Okay, we are just with the side view. Then go here and select everything. Okay, I will just take this, I will bring it here. So I have my neck part. Now I will just hold shift and I will say extrude. Those people who don't know how we can extrude holding shift, just go to the move tool settings, double click on it, and in the smart duplicate options we can just turn this option on, shift drag to extrude component. So it is right here. Okay, basically it is off by default. Now I have extruded her neck. Go to the perspective view. We don't need the inside faces because we will apply a mirror geometry, and also delete her lower faces because it will get attached to her body. So what I have, very basic outline of her face from the side view, not in the front view. It is still flat, it is still boxy. Okay, now let us start the magical thing. Now just like a jigsaw puzzle, what you have to do is you have to just align the vertices from the side view, front view, side view, front view. What we can do is we can select the vertices or a single vertex. Now for example, I have selected this particular vertex. I'll bring it back. I place it somewhere here. Now I know I have placed this somewhere the eyebrow ends. Okay, just go to the front view and do the same. Okay, one more tip I will give you. For example, if I select the object from the front viewport, I can also see my back faces. I don't want that. I just want to see my front faces. So you can easily do this by going to the display, polygon, and you can turn the option on, that is back face culling. It will hide the faces which are back of the model. Something like this. It is very convenient for me to model things. What we are doing, we are just basically layouting the vertices to her face, okay, according to her front and side profile. So this will go here. Now I have this vertex, it will go right where her peak is there of her eyebrow. Same thing in the front viewport. See, we are getting there. Then this vertex, I will go here. This vertex, I will go here. Pay attention, I'm getting my second flow. Okay, see, then I'll select each and everything, bring it in, and then I'll select this particular vertex, bring it here somewhere around her jaw. Same thing here. These things will also go inside like this. Don't worry about these people, they will go inside also. Then take this. I know this thing is resting somewhere here, so this thing will go here. See, you are getting the visual representation of what exactly we are going to do and what we are doing. So you don't have to panic every time. Then I have these things. These things can be taken care of. I will bring it here. If I am bringing this here, so in the front also they will come down. Simple. Say this. This thing also here. This thing also here. Easily I have done my two loops now. One is the, I got my side loop and then I got my eye loop. See, now it is not looking like a box from the front. Also, I will take this portion, this, and I'll plug it here. Somewhere like this. If this is going here, then it will go here. All these things will go bit inside, something like this. Constantly switching between the views is very important. Okay. Now I don't want my back face culling, so I will just bring it on, turn it off, display, polygon, back face culling, and I will just rectify this vertices. I'm constantly pressing Ctrl S to save my file. Okay, You don't forget that, or else you have to do entire thing again, which is very bad thing to happen. Say this. Then right now my geometry is very low in mesh. I will just adjust the following things. Select the back corner vertices, tuck them in from the side, tuck them in from the top. You can also go in the top viewport and you can start rounding off the back of her skull. See, everything is technique. Once you get the technique, once you know the idea, once you know everything, how you can do things is very easy. What I'm doing is I'm just creating a template which will be essential for me to create any kind of shape. Once you have this template ready, you have to just bring it in, adjust few vertices here and there, and you can manage n number of faces with this method. I'm just bringing them all at once a bit inside. This is ridiculously high. Let me just bring it in. This will go here. This will go here. I'm not going too deep into the head because we are doing the template. Also, I'll try to keep the video as short as possible. Okay, let's see. Now if I press 3 number, yes, we are talking now. See this. Still I have a bit of box kind of feeling on the back, but it's okay. Now let us do the last loop which we want, that is the jaw loop. Now how we can do the jaw loop? It's very simple actually. See, right now what we have achieved is we have achieved this kind of thing. Now what we have achieved is we have achieved the eye loop and the side loop. Now we also achieve this jaw loop. Very simple. Take these vertices, the front vertices, and what we can do is we'll just go here and bring it up her nose like this. Now if I view this in the perspective, see what I'm getting. I'm getting this loop now. As simple as this. Done. See? Now I can go and just create her mouth. So this will be my third loop. So let's do this, not waste the time. Let me just bring those out a bit. And let me go back to my back face culling. I have a shelf button here. And then I'll select this thing 1, 2, 3. Shift, right click, extrude. And then I will scale them in. And here also in. What you will get is you will get an extra face here, right in the center. Select and delete it. We don't need this. And this particular thing is my lip separator. Don't go for exact lips. This is just a template. Okay, I'm telling this again and again. I'll scale this from one direction and I'll say delete. Let me just rectify this. And now just add one edge flow. I'll go to mesh tool, inside edge loop tool here. See, I have done. I have got these loops now. Simple and easy method. This will be here somewhat. And now we can see the empty area. Exactly, we need this. Why? Because we will add a one more edge loop here. See, now everything is making sense in its own manner. We don't have to do anything. It has been aligned perfectly, like I said. So basically we are moving forward for completing the template. This is my actual template which I want. See this. Okay, Don't worry about these things, how it will look. We will take care of this in the next video. Okay. And lastly, we'll just pull out a socket of her eyes also. Then we can wind this video up. Something like this, something like this, something like this. Also go to my side view, scale it from one direction, delete, bring it here. Now my template is ready. Now I'm getting a clear picture as how and where I have to transfer my loops, move my loops, my vertices. Say this. See, this area is flat. Okay, but trust me guys, I will just do this right in the upcoming lecture. Okay, I don't want to make this a bit long video. Now last thing, just duplicate the other side using polygon mirror. Before that, I will just select the individual vertices of the center and make sure they are in the same line. So what I will do, I'll go to my scale tool and I will scale them in the center, and then just will go to the mirror, -X, merge, and in the merge threshold always keep the value to 0.010. Okay, so this is my basic template which we are getting. Let me just do a soften edge. Also I can press 3 number key. See this. Here I can see some things. We will take care of this by using the Sculpt 10 in the upcoming video. So this is the basic template which I'm talking about. See, this is the template which you can use on multiple face. Editing this is not a big task because we have quite low segments here. But we have something ready for this. Okay. Also, I will take this and tuck it back a bit. We have my template ready. Also, this is looking a bit weird because this is going inside. This should come outside actually. Done. So in this manner, we completed our face template. See, it is quite looking good now. In the next video, we will just create her lips and eyes, and then we might wind up in the third video with the ears and her nose. So I'm ending this video here. If you like the video, then do subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can never miss the notification of my upcoming videos. Also, if you have a request for the tutorials, you can leave in the comment box. I will surely make a video on that in the upcoming days too. So stay connected, stay safe. Thank you very much.